In Paul George's debut for the Sixers, they had their best loss of the season, considering that's the best team they've faced so far. If they can replicate that performance, improve just a bit, I feel like the wins will finally start to come. And the crazy thing is, despite this horrific start, the Sixers are only 2 games back of the 3 seed. Besides the Celtics and Cavs, no Eastern Conference team as of now has it all together, which is very good news. But as I was saying, the presence of Paul George was noticeable. Despite him having a bad game, he was rusty and inefficient. The Sixers still look so much better just by him being out there. He opened up the floor for everybody, especially Maxey, who was more refreshed throughout the game and efficient. The Sixers' offense flowed much better, putting up 116 points, their second most of the season, but definitely their most impressive output considering the Suns early on have an elite defense. They're ranked 6th in defensive rating. And possessions like this where the ball swings from side to side, but also somebody gets by their guy to get in the paint and then kick it back out, one more pass, wide open. That just hasn't happened enough this year, and yesterday it was more frequent. Before we get into the bad, let's go over some Paul George plays I enjoyed. Early on in the game, 2-man game with Drummond, amazing execution by both on that screen. Look at the attention Paul George is causing. Bradley Beal willingly just left Tyrese Maxey. That was never an option on anyone driving in the previous Sixer games. This screenshot really explains why Maxey had his most efficient game, 54%. His first time this season shooting over 50%. Somehow, someway, George squeezes a pass to Drummond, and even more shocking, Andre Drummond actually finishes the layup. Second half, the Sixers run the same exact play. Pocket pass is delivered on time and perfectly. Maxey looked more refreshed throughout the game because possessions like this, he can just chill and do absolutely nothing but space the floor. Now in the fourth quarter, instead of drop coverage, they just simply double team Paul George. Unlike Maxey, he has the size to see over the defense, so he delivers a dime, and Yabusele goes strong to the hoop, making sure he doesn't get blocked. I got Nick Batum vibes from this play. Look at where Ryan Dunn is parked to stop that Maxey drive. Previous games, teams got away with this way too often. And look at George as he catches. He never brings it down, giving zero chance for that contest to mean anything. Then early transition, he has a smaller Bradley Beal on him. Between the legs, one dribble, quick spin move, 2 long steps to split defenders. He takes the contact, falls away, and still connects. I mean, come on now. And because he is a Sixer, he had to complete that initiation. So he had multiple shots that just went in and out, including the potential game-tying shot. However, it's clear he makes this team so much better and watchable again. Sadly, if you watch the Sixers this year, you know they are due for one 5-minute stretch of basketball where they forget how to play basketball. They will go cold, turn the ball over, mistake after mistake for 5 minutes, and ultimately it leads to them losing control. And against the Suns, it happened at the worst time. Yabusele hits a 3. They have 113, up by 9 points with over 5 minutes left. But remember, the Sixers finished the game with 116. This play hurt my soul, and I feel like if they get points here, they likely win. And you have to get points in this situation. Nurkic just drops the pass. Cody Martin gets a steal. Sixers have numbers. Oubre made the mistake of catching and bringing it down. It seems like he is one of the league leaders in getting his shot blocked. Now the Sixers still get another chance to make them pay for that silly mistake. Then after that, it's a turnover party. Yabusele travels. Kelly Oubre steps out of balance and loses control. Meanwhile, Kevin Durant was cooking and could not be guarded on the other end of the floor. Now, through all of that, the Sixers have a chance to take the lead or tie the game. Nick Nurse elected not to take a timeout here, which I disagree with. I think he should have and drew up something to get Maxey downhill or go for the win. I don't blame Paul George. His coach didn't call the timeout. He had a favorable matchup. My only critique would be if you're going for 2, just drive to the rim against Grayson Allen. Paul George also had 6 turnovers. Part of it was rust, but Just like Embiid, he's very capable of having games where he's super careless with the basketball and his handle and passing. Hopefully he cleans it up. I also would have liked to see more Paul George and Tyrese Maxey screening for each other or involved in like a 3-man action or something like that together more consistently. It was mainly them just running pick and rolls and things like that. But we got Doc Rivers 2.0, so we got to stay patient before he gets creative.